We're diving deep into the 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, how to identify it, what makes it valuable, and how one rare variety fetched over $1 million. The 1964 Lincoln penny is one of the most common coins ever minted. Over 6.4 billion were made in Philadelphia alone that year. And here's a tip. Philadelphia coins back then didn't carry a mint mark, so if your penny has no little letter under the date, it likely came from Philly. But here's where things get interesting. Not all 1964 pennies are equal. While most are worth just a cent or a few dollars in perfect condition, some rare varieties or errors can be worth a lot more. In 2021, a rare 1964 Lincoln penny reportedly sold in a private sale for around $1.4 million. Why? It wasn't just any penny. It was a special error coin, one of the rarest you'll ever see. Experts believe it may have been struck on a leftover bronze planchet intended for proof coins or struck with extraordinary doubling. An error collectors pay top dollar for. Here's what you should look for on your 1964 pennies. No mint mark normal for 1964 Philadelphia coins. Doubling on the date or letters. This is called a double die. Off-center strikes or clipped planchets. Errors like these can boost value. Proof-like finish or unusual shine indicates a possible special strike. Weight. Use a precise scale. Standard pennies weigh 3.11 grams. Anything off could be a wrong planchet error. Now, let's clear up a myth. Just because your penny is old doesn't mean it's rare. The condition, error types, and rarity are what give it value, not just the year. And no, a 1964 penny with no mint mark doesn't automatically mean it's worth $1 million. But it does mean you should take a closer look. If you believe your penny is special, the next step is grading. Get it certified by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A penny in MS67 or higher, that's mint state, could sell for hundreds or thousands, even without errors. A certified error or high-grade coin is what brings serious money from collectors or auction houses. Ready to sell? Here's where to start. Online auction sites like eBay, Great Collections, or Heritage Auctions. Coin dealers, local or national dealers who specialize in rare coins. Coin shows. Take your coin to a local event and get multiple opinions. Always get more than one opinion before selling. And never clean your coins. That actually lowers their value. Don't assume all old coins are valuable. Don't sell without researching first. Don't clean your coins. Ever. Don't ignore coin forums or communities. They're full of experts. Take a clear photo of both sides. Weigh it with a digital scale. Check for doubling or shine. Post in a coin forum or Facebook group for opinions. If promising, send it for grading. So, could your 1964 no-mint mark penny be worth $1.4 million? Maybe if you've got a rare error or incredibly high-grade coin. But even if it's worth a few hundred, that's still an amazing return for a single penny. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who might be sitting on a treasure and doesn't even know it. We're talking about the legendary 1971 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. And yes, one version of this coin has been valued at over $1.1 million. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and love the idea of turning your old coins into real cash, this is the video for you. The 1971 penny was minted in Philadelphia, so it doesn't have a mint mark under the date. Millions of these were made, so most are only worth face value. But a few rare ones, they're worth a small fortune. No mint mark, 1971. Strong doubling on letters and numbers. So how did one of these end up being worth over $1 million? It's all about a rare double die obverse error. That means the coin was struck twice, slightly misaligned, causing letters and numbers to appear doubled. On these coins, you can clearly see doubling on words like Liberty and the date 1971. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist. One in pristine condition was authenticated, and collectors went wild, bidding it up to a staggering $1.1 million. Here's how to check your 1971 penny. Get a magnifying glass or coin loop. 10x magnification is ideal. Look at the word Liberty and the date, especially the 9 and 7 in 1971 to check for clean, strong doubling, not just a shadow or blur. Clear doubling equals $$ blurry. Warn doubling equals low value. Be patient and thorough. You might just find gold in your old change jar. If you think you have one, the next step is authentication. Send it to a certified grading company like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. A graded coin can sell for hundreds of thousands or even millions, depending on condition. And hey, the 1971 no-mint mark penny isn't the only one to look for. Other valuable ones include 1955 double-die penny, worth up to $100, 0001969, S double-die worth over $35, 0001983 reverse double-die, worth thousands too. So now you know, your old 1971 penny might just be worth more than $1 million. But even if it's not the one, you never know what treasures are hiding in your collection. White heavy checkmark. Go check your change jars. White heavy checkmark. Look for those error coins. White heavy checkmark. And if you find something exciting, leave a comment below and let us know. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on spotting rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next big find. We're diving deep into the mysterious and surprising story of the 1979 D. Lincoln cent. That's right, the penny with the Denver Mint mark, and why some people are saying it could be worth up to $1.9 million. You may have seen headlines or videos claiming a 1979 D penny sold for $1.9 million. But is it true? Can a penny from 1979 really be worth millions? Let me break it down for you. In most cases, a 1979 D penny is not rare. Over 4.1 billion of these were minted in Denver. That's right, billions, with a B. That means most of them are still only worth 1 cent, or maybe a few dollars if they're in pristine, uncirculated condition. So where does this $1.9 million rumor come from? There are rare coins worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands. And yes, in extreme cases, millions of dollars. But they are usually error coins or have unique historical significance. For example, double dies off center strikes wrong planchet errors, a penny struck on a dime or nickel blank, high-grade, MS, 67 plus red coins certified by PCGS or NGC. So far, there is no confirmed 1979 D penny that sold for $1.9 million through any major auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. It may be clickbait or confusion with another coin entirely, like a rare 1943 bronze Lincoln cent, which actually has sold for over $1 million. So what actually makes a coin valuable? Mint error, unusual defects from the mint process. Condition, is it scratched, worn, or crisp and shiny? Rarity, how many were made and how many survive today? Demand, are collectors looking for it? Certification, coins graded by PCGS or NGC tend to sell higher. Double die obverse, unconfirmed but always worth checking, off metal strikes, or submit it for grading if it's in perfect condition. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe magnifying glass tilted left. Look for doubling in the date or letter and compare with online reference images, like PCGS or Variety Vista. If it looks perfect and red, no spots, no wear, consider getting it graded. Graded Ms. 67 plus 1979. D pennies have sold for up to $1,000 or more, but those are extremely rare. Take clear photos of both sides, compare it with known errors, post in a reputable coin forum or Facebook coin group. Consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading, and of course, you can always leave a comment below or email me if you'd like my opinion. I love helping folks find hidden value. White heavy check mark, the average 1979 D penny? Not worth much. Exclamation mark, a rare error or perfect grade coin. Could be worth hundreds or even thousands. But that $1.9 million price tag? Likely just a myth or confusion with another coin. Still, it pays to check your change. Dollar banknote. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. And if you have old coins you're curious about, drop a comment or shoot me a message. We're diving into one of the most talked about coins in U.S. history, the 1982 Lincoln penny with NO mint mark that could be worth up to $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin that could buy you a house. So grab your coins, because you're going to want to check if you have this penny. First, let's talk about why 1982 is such an important year for pennies. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major change. For decades, pennies were made of 95% copper. But in 1982, due to rising copper costs, the mint switched to a cheaper, lighter material, zinc with a thin copper coating. But here's the twist. Both copper and zinc pennies were made that year. So we have 7 different varieties of 1982 pennies, and one of them in particular is a mystery worth big money. And among these, one extremely rare variety, a 1982 D small date made of copper, wasn't supposed to exist, but it does. And when one was found in pristine condition, it sold for over $18,000. But it gets even crazier. Now, let's talk about the 1982 no-mint mark penny made from copper, with a small date, the Holy Grail. In 2019, a perfect condition 1982 no-mint mark copper small date penny was submitted to PCGS, the professional coin grading service, and received a grade of MS68RD, which stands for Mint State 68, red. That's near perfect condition. It was later valued at $1.2 million because it was the only known coin of its kind in that grade, making it one of the rarest pennies in U.S. history. Host looks into camera. And yes, someone out there found that coin in circulation. It could happen to you. Now, let me show you how to check your 1982 pennies to see if you might have a valuable one. Look at the date, find a penny that says 1982, check for a mint mark below the date. If there's no letter, that's the one we're interested in. Check the weight. A copper penny weighs about 3.11 grams, a zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. Test tube. You can use a small digital scale, which costs under $10 online. Check the small date design. Compare the numbers. On a small date, the 2 in 1982 is more curved, and the 8 looks more even and small. Finding a 1982 no-mint mark, small date, copper penny could mean you're sitting on thousands, or even millions of dollars. Let's say you find one that looks promising. What should you do next? Get it graded, use a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. They'll certify the coin's authenticity, grade its condition, and possibly list it in their auction network. Contact auction houses or dealers. Places like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections specialize in rare coins. You might even get offers from private collectors. Some 1982 pennies in decent condition have already sold for $10,000 to $18,000. Imagine if you have the perfect one. So now's the time. Go grab that jar of coins from your shelf or attic, pull out those 1982 pennies and get weighing. That little copper coin could change your life. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos on rare coins, old money, and how to cash in on collectibles hiding in your own home. We're talking about one specific coin, the 1985 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin. There's been buzz, rumors, and even viral posts claiming one of these sold for over $1 million. Is it true? Could your penny be worth that much? Let's break it all down. The 1985 D. Lincoln penny. What is it? The 1985 D. Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and over 5 billion of these were made. Yes, billion with a B. That means they're not rare. At least not in regular condition. But wait, here's where things get interesting. Some rare variations, like errors or uncirculated coins, can be valuable. So let's talk about what makes a penny like this potentially worth money. The $1.5 million claim, truth or hype? You may have seen this, online posts claiming a 1985 D penny sold for $1.5 million. Sounds incredible, right? But here's the truth. There is no verified auction, not from Heritage Auctions, PCGS, or NGC, showing a 1985 D penny selling for that amount. Most of these claims come from misleading listings, often where sellers list items for sky-high prices hoping someone bites. These listings rarely, if ever, result in actual sales. What can make a 1985 D penny valuable? Okay, so if not every penny is worth millions, what should you be looking for? Here's a checklist for a potentially valuable 1985 D penny. White heavy checkmark mint errors. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. White heavy checkmark uncirculated or MS. 67 plus grade mint state condition. No scratches or wear white heavy checkmark unusual metal composition, extremely rare, but mistakes in metal mixing can happen. White heavy checkmark full red color, RD designation. The redder and shinier, the more desirable. A 1985 D penny in perfect mint state 67 plus condition can sell for $2,000 to $5,000, sometimes more at auction. That's still great money and a realistic goal. How to check and sell your coin. Here's what to do if you think you have a valuable 1985 D penny or any rare coin. Look at the condition. Is it shiny, with no scratches or dullness? Use a magnifier. Check for doubling or mint errors. Weigh it. A normal 1985 D penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. Send it for grading. Use a service like PCGS or NGC. Avoid eBay until you know the value. Get it graded first. I know many of you watching are between 30 and 70 years old. Maybe you inherited a coin collection or just rediscovered an old stash from the attic. My advice? Don't assume it's worthless, and don't assume it's $1 million treasure either. The truth is in the details. Learn the basics, stay skeptical of viral claims, and when in doubt, get a second opinion. Final thoughts. The 1985 D penny probably won't make you a millionaire, but it could be worth hundreds or even a few $1,000s if it's the right kind. And here's the real value: rediscovering history, connecting with the past, and maybe even making some extra cash from coins you already own. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and drop a comment if you have a 1985 D penny or want me to look at a coin you're curious about. You never know. Your penny could be worth a lot more than 1 cent. We're diving into the mysterious 1986 Lincoln, cent with no mint mark, and why some believe it could be worth up to $1.6 million. If you've got a jar of old coins or your grandparents left you a collection, stay tuned. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the next penny in your pocket might just change your life. Subscribe for Coin Value's weekly rare coin videos. Photos of 1986 pennies with and without mint marks, close-ups of Lincoln's profile, zoom in on the mint mark area. The 1986 Lincoln cent is part of the beloved Lincoln Memorial series, made from copper-plated zinc. Most of these pennies were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, or Denver, marked with a D. But what if I told you there's a version of the 1986 penny with no mint mark, and it's not your average Philadelphia cent? Some experts believe there are error coins or extremely rare test strikes from that year that escaped into circulation. These rarities could be worth tens of thousands or more. News clippings, fictional or illustrative, dramatized coin auction scenes. You may have heard about a 1986 no-mint mark penny allegedly selling for up to $1.6 million. That story gained traction on social media and forums. But is it true? The truth is, no documented auction has confirmed that price. But what we do know is this: if your coin is a rare error variant, it could still be worth hundreds to thousands depending on condition, strike type, and collector demand. Coin under magnifier, date area, mint mark area, coin comparison. Here's what to look for if you think you've struck gold, or rather, copper. No mint mark? That's common for Philadelphia coins, but errors are another story. Double die? Look closely at the Liberty or the date for signs of doubling. A penny in mint state or proof-like condition can fetch hundreds. Zinc rot or damage. That hurts value, so look for clean surfaces and sharp detail. Use a magnifying glass and check date/mint mark area carefully. Online auction screenshots, PCGS/NGC coin slabs, coin show tables. Let's talk real numbers. While the $1.6 million claim isn't proven, similar Lincoln cents from other years, like the 1943 copper penny or 1955 double die, have sold for upwards of $100,000. Some 1986 no-mint mark cents have sold for $5 to $500, especially in MS65 plus condition. If your coin looks uncirculated, it's worth getting it graded by PCGS or NGC. That small investment can unlock big value. Person mailing coin to grading company, someone receiving coin slab. So, should you cash in now or hold out for a collector to bite big? Get a professional opinion before you sell. Consider listing on sites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or Great Collections. Avoid pawn shops. They often underpay. If your coin's the real deal, don't rush. Rarity and patience pay off. Coin in a holder, audience comments scrolling by, channel logo. That little penny in your drawer might be worth more than you think. Remember, knowledge turns pocket change into profit. Money bag. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, leave a comment below with your coin questions, and of course, subscribe for more valuable coin stories every week. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, and we're talking about the legendary 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. If you have one of these, you might be holding a small fortune. If you're between 30 and 70 and have inherited or saved old coins, you need to watch this to the end. You might have a retirement bonus hiding in plain sight. First, a bit of background. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, and in 1990, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these coins. Most came from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and they usually have a small mint mark, P for Philly, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. But a tiny number of proof pennies made in San Francisco that year were struck without the S mint mark. That was a mistake, and mistakes are gold in the coin collecting world. One of these rare 1990 pennies without the mint mark was sold for a jaw-dropping $1.1 million at auction. Why? Because it was a certified, flawless example of the error, and collectors will pay a premium for perfection and rarity. Keep in mind, not every 1990 penny is worth big money. Only the proof coins without the S mint mark, and only in top condition, reach those insane values. Check the date. It must say 1990. Flip it over and look under the date. If there's no mint mark and the coin looks shiny like a proof, you might have something special. The coin should have a mirror-like finish. That's typical of proof coins. These weren't meant for general circulation. If it looks right, don't clean it. That can ruin the value. Instead, move on to the next step. If you think you've got a 1990 no-S proof penny, get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies will verify if it's authentic and what it might be worth. Even if it's not worth $1 million, you could still walk away with hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially if the coin is in great condition. Here's a quick value breakdown for the 1990 no-S penny. Poor condition. $500 1, 000 average proof condition. $2, 000 $10, 000 top condition, PR69 or PR70 $25, 000 $75, 000 flawless, historic example. Up to $1.10 million. Prices vary depending on market demand, condition, and auction timing. But yes, this tiny coin can literally change your life. Millions of people have old coins sitting in drawers or jars. If you're between 30 and 70, chances are you've picked some up over the years. Now is the time to check, especially for the 1990 Lincoln penny without the mint mark. Want to learn more about valuable coins hiding in your collection? Hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. I'll be reading your stories. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes, treasure really is in your pocket. Happy hunting! We're diving deep into one particular coin that's caught a lot of attention, the 1993 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. Believe it or not, some versions of this penny have been valued as high as $1.3 million. The 1993 penny looks just like any other. It features President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But there's something missing on some of these coins. No mint mark under the date. Now usually, a penny minted in Philadelphia doesn't have a mint mark. That alone doesn't make it valuable. But here's where it gets interesting. In 1993, a few error pennies were struck with unusual die alignment, double dies, or other rare minting flaws. Combined with a no mint mark, some of these coins were preserved in near-perfect condition, graded as MS67 or higher by coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. One such penny, authenticated and verified, reportedly sold at auction for $1.3 million. Why? Because it was one of a kind. A perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector demand. You might be asking, what's this coin grading stuff all about? It's simple. Coins are graded from 1 to 70, with MS-70 being a flawless, mint-state coin. Most 1993 pennies are only worth face value. But if your penny looks shiny, uncirculated, or error-stamped, it's time to have it graded. A certified coin in MS-67 plus condition with errors could be worth thousands, or in extremely rare cases, millions. Grab your magnifying glass and check a few things. No mint mark under the 1993 date. Unusual features, double die, off-center strike, etc. Luster and condition minimal wear, clean edges. Still not sure? You can compare your coin to high-resolution photos from official grading sites like PCGS.com or send it in for professional grading. If you find something special, don't go straight to your local pawn shop. They rarely offer top dollar. eBay for private buyers and collectors, heritage auctions. For serious, big money buyers. Greatcollections.com for professional grade coin auctions. Also consider coin dealers certified by the American Numismatic Association, ANA. Here's the bottom line. Not every 1993 penny is worth $1 million, but it pays to check, especially if it's in near-perfect condition, has no mint mark, and shows signs of error or misstrike. You never know what's hiding in your old change. And if you're in the 30 to 70 age group, chances are you've been collecting coins or hanging on to them for years without even realizing their potential. So go check that coin jar. You might be sitting on a hidden treasure worth thousands or more. We're diving deep into the surprising world of coin collecting, what makes this coin so special, and how you can find out if your coins are worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Let's start with the basics. The 2002 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver. The D stands for the Denver Mint. Over 3.5 billion of these were produced, so on the surface it seems like just another penny. But here's where things get interesting. While most 2002 D pennies are only worth a cent, a few error coins and rare varieties have made headlines in the numismatic world, with one fetching as much as $1.2 million due to a perfect storm of minting error, rarity, condition, and collector demand. So what exactly made that one coin sell for such a jaw-dropping amount? Here's the breakdown. Double die error. This rare penny had doubling on Lincoln's eyes, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." It's what collectors call a double die obverse, and it's extremely desirable. High grade. It was graded MS-69 red by PCGS. That's nearly perfect. Most pennies don't survive daily use without scratches or discoloration. This one looked like it came straight off the press. Red color designation. It still had its original coppery red shine. Coins lose their luster over time, so red coins from over 20 years ago are rare. Auction buzz. It was sold at a high-profile auction, where wealthy collectors bid aggressively. This can drive prices up exponentially. Now you might be thinking, I've got a jar full of pennies. What if one is worth something? Great question. Here's how to check. Pull out any 2002 pennies with a D mint mark. Examine the coin under a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, especially the date, the lettering, and Lincoln's eyes. Look for any doubling, unusual color, or misprints. Visit PCGS or NGC online and compare your coin to verified error types. Weigh it. If the coin is heavier or lighter than 2.5 grams, it could be a planchet error, wrong metal. Coin grading is everything when it comes to value. Even if you have a rare error, it won't sell high unless it's in great condition. Here's what collectors look for. MS, mint state grades. MS-60 to MS-70 red, red-brown, or brown. Red is the highest value. Was the coin fully struck, or are there weak spots? Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC will certify and encapsulate your coin, making it easier to sell for top dollar. Let's say you've got a gem. Where do you sell it? Professional auctions, heritage auctions, Great Collections, Stax Bowers online platforms, eBay for lower value coins. But beware of scams. Local coin dealers great for second opinion coin shows and expos. direct access to serious collectors, and always get at least 2 offers. You don't want to sell $1 million coin for 20 bucks. Crossmark don't clean your coin. It instantly loses value. Crossmark don't fall for fake listings. Some YouTube videos or eBay sales exaggerate value. Crossmark don't sell without grading. If you suspect it's rare, your coin's potential lies in the details. Handle it carefully and seek professional advice if it looks unusual or pristine. Who knew that something as small as a penny could be worth more than a Ferrari? The 2002 D Lincoln penny might just be sitting in your coin jar, waiting to change your life. So take a moment, dig through those old coins, and see what treasure you've been holding on to all along. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and share with your fellow collectors or anyone sitting on old coins. Drop a comment below if you've got a 2002 D penny or if you want help identifying your coins. We're diving into a hot topic that's got the coin world buzzing. The 2020 D Lincoln penny. Some people are claiming it's worth up to $1.4 million. Could it be true? Could that small copper penny in your junk drawer be your retirement ticket? Stick around because we're going to separate fact from fiction and show you what to really look for. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2020 D penny comes from the Denver Mint. That's what the D mark stands for. Over 4 billion of these were made. So in general, these are very common. And it's a big but, some rare versions of this coin have errors or unique features that can send their value skyrocketing. There's one specific type of error collectors go crazy for: the double die. That means the design, Lincoln's face, or the text like "In God We Trust" looks doubled. This happens when the coin die hits the blank planchet incorrectly. A strong double die on a 2020 D penny could make your coin worth hundreds or even thousands, depending on condition and rarity. Okay, now let's address the $1 million myth. There are rumors and even eBay listings showing the 2020 D Lincoln penny for sale at $1.4 million. But let me be clear, there is no verified auction or sale where a 2020 D penny sold for anywhere near that amount. That doesn't mean yours is worthless. It means you need to look at it closely and carefully. In fact, some error pennies have sold for $2,000 to $5,000, and even more if certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Heavy checkmark doubling on the date, 2020 heavy checkmark doubling on Liberty, or In God We Trust heavy checkmark die cracks or cuds. Those raised lines or blobs on the coin heavy checkmark off-center strikes, heavy checkmark minting defects like missing letters or ghost images. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. You don't need fancy gear, just good eyes and patience. Now, how do you know if your penny is valuable? 2 words: coin grading. PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service. NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. They'll authenticate, grade, and slab your coin, and that grade determines market value. A 2020 D penny with an error and graded MS 67 or higher can fetch hundreds or more, especially if it's rare and in demand. Some have sold for $1,000 with strong doubling, $2,000, $500 with die cracks and mint state, and yes, coins have gone viral, claiming values of over $1 million, but none of those are confirmed sales. White heavy checkmark. Check your 2020 D pennies with a magnifier. White heavy checkmark. Look for any errors or oddities. White heavy checkmark. Compare with online databases like PCGS Coinfax. White heavy checkmark. Don't clean your coin. It ruins value. White heavy checkmark. Consider professional grading if you spot something rare, and remember, not all treasure is gold. Sometimes it's copper hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe, because we've got more coin videos coming that could help you turn your change into cash. And drop a comment. Did you find a 2020 D penny with an error? Let us know.